Hello students, let's look at the next form for the realization of the IR filter. So the name of the next form is parallel form. So for this parallel form, let's understand it with the help of directly one of the example. So we will discuss one of the example which is asked in the university exam. So the exam, let's say it is nothing but h of z is equal to 1 minus z inverse by 1 minus 0.2 z inverse minus 0.15 z raised to minus 2. We need to obtain the parallel form for this. So the parallel form is quite easier to understand. Here the things are like, let's say x of n, this is where h of z, and this is where y of n is provided. So this h of z we are splitting in two forms. First one is h1 of z, second let's say h2 of z. So these two will be in parallel to each other, and this is how the entire structure will look like. Now let's proceed to solve this example. So for this example, first of all we will just try to arrange it in terms of the partial fraction expansion. So whatever the maximum possible exponent factor which we are observing here at the denominator, so that is z raised to minus 2. So let's multiply and divide numerator as well as the denominator by z square. So this will become h of z is equal to z square minus, this is z divided by z square minus 0.2z minus 0.15. Now let's rearrange it. So this will be z into z minus 1 by z square minus 0.2z minus 0.15. So this will be h of z. If we just further rearrange it, this will look like h of z by z. Let's take this z to the other side. This is z minus 1 by the entire denominator. Further we can just factorize it. H of z by z is equal to z minus 1 by, the factors for this one is, it is 15.15. So z minus 0.5 and z plus 0.3. This is what the factor. Now it is within the range of the partial fraction expansion. So for this to get in a perfect way, we will just find out the partial fraction. Let's rearrange it like this. H of z by z is equal to a by, let's say it is z minus 0.5 plus b by z plus 0.3. So let's find out the a and b. So for getting the a, we will just write it like, let's call this as equation number 1. So for getting a is equal to z minus 0.5 into h of z by z, that is at z equal to 0.5. So by doing it, it will be z minus 0.5 into h of z by z means equation number 1, that is z minus 1 by z minus 0.5 into z plus 0.3. So these two will be cancelled. So at z equal to 0.5, this will become like 0.5 minus 1 means it is 0.5 minus 0.5, sorry, and this is 0.8. So ultimately 0.5 by 0.8, this will give us the value of a equal to minus 0.625. This is what the value of a. Similarly, we need to obtain b also. So for b, just verify the equation. It will be z plus 0.3 into h of z by z, that is at z equal to minus 0.3, z equal to minus 0.3. So which can be solved as a z plus 0.3 into z minus 1 by z minus 0.5 into z plus 0.3. So that is at z equal to minus 0.3. So by solving it, it will become minus 0.3 minus 1. So it will be minus 1.3 minus 0.3 minus 0.8. So minus 0.8. So it will be 1.625. Now this is what the value for B. So B is nothing but actually 1.625. This is how we got value for B. Now by using the values of A and B in the equation 1, in let's say equation number 2, we can substitute it. Now this equation will look like, let me just put it here. This is what right now the situation. Let's rearrange the equation which we have seen over here by putting the values of A and B. So let me write the equation as it is. This is what h of z by z is equal to, A is nothing but the value minus 0.625. So this will be minus 0.625 divided by z minus 0.5 plus second value 1.625 divided by z plus 0.3. Now this is the equation after putting the values of A and B in equation number 2. This is how h of z by z is obtained. Now once we got the h of z by z, let's proceed for the next thing to rearrange the equation for h of z, because ultimately we need to obtain it for h of z, whatever the realization we are going to apply. So it will be minus 0.625, multiply this z to the other side. So obviously it will be dividing to the denominator, so it will become 1 minus 0.5 z inverse plus this is 1.625 divided by 1 plus 0.3 z inverse. Now once this is done, now this is in the format for which we are looking it, like this is x, this one is h1, this is h2 and this is y. So h1 and h2 has to be added so as to give the parallel form. So here this part will become h1 and this will become h2. So let's say this is h1 of z and this is h2 of z. After splitting it in terms of the required format, that is what parallel form. So for that one we will just take the help of direct form to realization for h1 and h2 individually. So let me write it for the h1 specifically. Let's write it. So this is what for h1, x of n, that is what the input, adder will be here, this will be directly added, so w of n, z inverse block is here 0.5, though this is nothing but actually the system for we can say all poles. So here 0.5 is written by reverting the sign, this is minus, so I have written here plus 0.5, so write it here. Now this is all poles, so we reflected this part at the left side, but the part which is to be reflected, that is all 0. So this is nothing but actually the multiplication factor for this entire all pole system, so it will be minus 0.625 and it will be given, let's say, to y1 of n. We can say this is nothing but reflecting y1 of n. Okay, or someone may write it as a simply y of n, that is also doing the same kind of task. Now once this part is solved for h1, let's summarize it for h2. So for h2 again the things are quite simple. This is w of n, this is z inverse. What to write here? It will be minus 0.3. Since it is plus at the denominator, revert the sign and write it. This is how it will look like. Now this is again x of n. So let's combine these two x of n so that we can say it is in common. Now the next multiplication factor over here is nothing but 1.625. So let's write it here. So one may say that this is nothing but y2 of n, output of the second transfer function, that is h2, and y1 is nothing but the output of first transfer function. Now when we add it combinedly, it will give y of n, and that is what required parallel form structure. So this is nothing but the required parallel form structure for the given equations. So for this we started with the h of z, we converted it into the partial fraction. Once we got the plus term, so find out it individually, write it individually. So this is what direct form 2 realization for it. Similarly here the direct form 2 realization for h2. Combine it so as to give the y of n. So that is all about the parallel form realization for the digital filter. So thank you everyone, thank you very much.